Soundstripe.
What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking a little bit about everybody's favorite topic of discussion, Paul George. Now, I'm not gonna lie, we all love talking bad about Paul George. I like it's just honest. Let's just be honest. I think Paul George is our favorite guy to hate. Is the guy we love to hate. The pandemic P, playoff P, panoramic P, anything, man. It's like we love getting on this guy when he doesn't show up in the playoffs. And I understand that. I feel like I mean, it's fun. It's fun. In this social media age that we are in now, that's just what it is. And the way he conducted himself, calling himself playoff P, and then proceeding to not show up in the playoffs regularly. I just feel like he kind of put that on himself, and on one side of things. But on the other side, I think it's time, and this is hard for me to say, but I think it's time to retire the playoff P moniker that we've given him, or that he gave himself, really. So let me just talk about what I mean. So in the 2021 season, Paul George averaged 23.6 rebounds, 5 assists, and shot 41% from three. But in the playoffs, he averaged almost 27 points a game, 9.5 rebounds, and 5 assists. And also this season, as we know, Kawhi Leonard got hurt sometime in round two and did not return the remainder of the playoffs, leaving Paul George out there as the lone star. Since Kawhi was out, Paul George then averaged 29.6, 11 rebounds, 5.5 assists. So he increased all of his stats while his co-star was injured. And so while they still did lose and did not make it out of the West, and to most this is kind of underwhelming for what we expected from the LA Clippers. So I understand the disappointment some people may have, but speaking solely about Paul George, I believe this one particular playoffs is the year we have to end the playoff P moniker, and we have to put a little bit more respect on him. Now, I done made my fair share of jokes. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't make fun of Paul on many occasions. I done said he's not clutch, which we can still probably say that. He had some games where he missed clutch free throws or clutch shots, but we can't say he didn't perform. We can't say he didn't show up. We can't say that he didn't increase his level of play in the playoffs, as great players should. So, with that being said, I think we just have to realize that one of our favorite, one of our favorite jokes has to be retired here. I don't think we should go into next season still calling him playoff P. I think this is the time to retire that. I think it's time to give my boy a break. I say my boy, but he isn't really my boy. I've never been a Paul George fan, even though I do admire his game, obviously. But I think it's time we give my boy a break. He had a tough year in the bubble, and he didn't do so well in OKC, in the playoffs at least. But I think it's time we put a little more respect on his name. He's earned that, and I feel like, especially playing without his co-star and increasing his level of play, and doing more for his team in Kawhi Leonard's absence, I think it's just time that we give him a little more respect. He's earned that. And so, with that being said, Paul George is officially, in my book, Paul George. No more playoff P, no more pandemic P, no more polyester P, none of that. He is Paul George. All right. So I mean, you all out there listening, you decide what you want to call him. You decide if this is too soon to kind of give him a break from that name or not. But for me personally, I will be retiring the playoff P nickname that he gave himself. And for now, he'll just be Paul George to me. He's still a great player, no matter the jokes that we give him or the things that people may say about him on social media. He's still a great player, still top 20 in my book in the league, which is still great, still saying something. So I just think it's time, guys. I think it's time to give it to him. So with that being said, that'll be it for me. I know it's kind of a short one this week, but I just thought I had to drop that on you guys. You know, I just feel like it was worth mentioning that he stepped up to the plate this year and that he handled business. He conducted himself well, and he showed up more than anything. He showed up. So that's it out of me, guys. Thank you for listening. Be sure to check out another full episode next week. Hopefully my Milwaukee Bucks are still winning. My boy Giannis is still showing up and still playing up to his potential. And with that being said, guys, I'm out.